Have you ever had an experience where you feel you are being so clear in your communication that when someone doesn't understand you, you are overwhelmingly stumped and actually become silent? Going from confident and eloquent and perhaps even enthusiastic to stammering and embarrassed, perhaps flushed and silent. In the past 476 days, we have heard voices once confident, strong, and proud become questions, stutters, and at times silent. We have seen parents of hostages come out of their shells of classroom teachers, engineers, and scientists to main stage oratory engagements to beg for their children to come home. We have seen those same parents, loud and heroic, look small and scared when face to face with those who they thought should be listening and helping them, and instead seem distracted and quiet. For the past 3 weeks, we in Los Angeles have raised our voices and our hands to help those affected by fires. Some of you in this room or listening at home left your houses, your belongings, your tangible memories, unsure when or if you would see them again. Some voices in our society who at times seem the most self-confident in speech, in behavior, and ability to rebuild with abundant resources lost their homes or watched friends lose their homes or lives. And to us, now they seem more fragile and whispered. Yet the actions, the written words, the listening they've done, the Torah they've shared has helped those of us physically unscathed to know a path forward, to be strong, helpful, and loud in action and voice. And in the past week, we have heard voices that have made some of us feel heard for the first time in a long time, and others of us silenced, unfortunately not for the first time, but perhaps in a new way or experience in our lives. The world is loud right now, and it is my fear that we all feel a bit like Moshe. Moshe, an unsuspecting leader and hero of our Torah, is chosen to help our people out of one of the toughest of times, from slavery to freedom, from individual tribes to family, from unique perspectives to value-based living and thriving. And at the beginning of Moshe's story, he is not strong or confident or loud, but he is loved, a compassionate listener, and a member of his community. Vayadaber Moshe lifnei Adonai lemor, hen b'nei Yisrael lo sham'u elai ve'ech yishma'eni Faro, ve'ani arel sfatayim. And Moshe before God said, "The people of Israel did not listen to me. How then should Pharaoh listen to me? And I am a man with a speech impediment." There is so much in this verse to unpack. First of all, Moshe speaks before God, clearly knowing his place in the relationship and worries about the hierarchy of speaking to God. Then he shares his awareness that he feels unheard by the community that should be easy to appease, eager to listen to him. And from that, if his own people have not or cannot listen to him, how then is a ruler who sees him as his enemy to listen to him? Finally, the part we choose to focus on is that Moshe admits to feeling self-conscious about his ability to speak at all. However, that really is not the problem. The issue and the moment here for God to hear between the lines is that Moshe does not feel heard by the people he loves, the people he is in partnership and community with, the people who, as far as he understands, should listen to him. And not only listen, but be willing to support and nourish and lovingly critique, if necessary, what he has to say. My friend and colleague, Rabbi Adir Yolkut, titled his Shabbat Substack piece this week, "Who Are You Talking To?" He went on to share the verse that follows the one that I'm teaching this morning, expounding about the voices we are hearing in our own society. Are they speaking directly to someone like Moshe to Pharaoh? Or are they speaking indirectly to a crowd of listeners, hoping that the primary audience also hears, like a Pixar movie, wanting the kids to enjoy the film, but hoping that the parents learn the lesson. Sforno comments that Hen b'nei Israel lo sham'u elai means that this was due to the fact that from the moment he started speaking to Pharaoh, that the people had started to have a bad attitude against him, and they had concluded that his mission had failed. If he felt that way, Pharaoh would certainly not pay any heed to him and continue doing what he liked. So Sforno believes that Moshe is worried about speaking to Pharaoh because he is losing connection with the people. And therefore, what will they learn or hear from the message to their current master? Will Pharaoh hear Moshe? Of course not, because he has another agenda and does not want to. But Moshe is not concerned about his listening. He's concerned that until the people can listen to him, that he will be alone in support and volume and action of his mission, therefore silenced and stuttering and self-conscious of his speech. This week, this month, and for more than a year, we are aware of those who are Moshe. Once strong and supported and feeling capable in leading and moving forward, and now unsure, unsettled, lost, and circumcised of lips. Our impediment in leadership does not come from who is in front of us. It comes from who is standing next to and behind us. We are all capable of going up against someone we disagree with who we have no relationship to. But as soon as you know a person who does not support something you believe in, it is much harder to be in a relationship and confront them. When we are made to feel like we are alone in our struggles or our power, we become quiet and paralyzed. If Moshe is not feeling supported by his people, of course he's going to stumble over his words. He's going to become shy in front of his enemy or have excuses for why he should not go to be with them. God hears Moshe and gives him Aaron, his brother, a person who understands him better than anyone else. And Aaron becomes the mouthpiece because now Moshe has someone to support him. We never hear that Moshe trips up over his words with his family or his wife or God, just in the face of Pharaoh when it is unclear that his people will support him. We are living in a loud world, and that's not always bad. Sometimes that means people are learning to share their voice because now they feel strong enough to do so. However, noise also hides important silence, and profound or sudden silence is its own kind of roar. Let us enter a time where we surround those who need to be uplifted in their ability to speak and listen closely for those who have started to feel their words jumble. Let us listen more carefully to the voices around us because though they may have a direct audience, the voices are speaking to us too. Let us live in a city, in a country, and with Israel in our minds and our hearts, with arms wide open to hug, to support and to stand behind and next to those who need to know we are here so they can stand up to whatever is in their way.